and gentlemen. Welcome to the 7-Figure Fashion Business Podcast,
where we talk about the fashion industry and how to get your fashion business to 7 figures.
From manufacturing strategies, cut and sew designers, to fashion hot topics and the latest fashion trends, I'm your host, Monica Monique.
And I'm your host, XYZeee. And let's jump into today's episode. Hey guys. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. I'm feeling this bun.
You're feeling the bun?
I mean this ponytail with the hair.
Really? I have to take a look because I can't see.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the plant behind me. I'm like, my hair look crazy. But
I'm feeling it.
You feeling it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trying the new natural hairstyles today.
I was looking on Pinterest at natural hairstyles.
Yeah, I never look on Pinterest for that.
It's actually really... The secrets is on Pinterest.
The secrets?
All of the good stuff is on Pinterest.
Okay. I believe you. I do believe you.
The thing. Lost my train of thought.
Lost it?
Mm-hmm. It's really no reason for you not to look good. No, I'm so serious. When I looked at these hairstyles, all you gotta do is get up and do your hair real quick. It is some ways to wear your natural hair. Swear to God.
No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you for a fact. Maybe for you, because your hair is not like afro-y, right?
Yeah, it used to be.
My hair is very afro-y. It's not no way for me to just get up and do a quick hairstyle unless I put a whole bunch of gel and product on it, which I hate doing. I don't like the feeling of that much product on my hair, and I'm not about to wash my hair the next day, so I just be like, whatever.
So yeah, I guess it is. It's a lot to maintain your natural hair. Yeah, it's so much easier to put it in a weave. Yeah, but if you don't got the weave money right now, it's ways to wear your natural hair. Yeah, it is. To do it, but it's not protective, and it's definitely like a lot of breakage from the products, from the heat.
For me, I'll just put my hair up in a bun every single day, and then I don't like it because I feel like I look drabby.
But buns pull your hair out. Ponytails every day, pull your hair out. Buns every day.
Buns don't be tight though. That's why I hate it. Because it be looking like loose. Yeah. I think, if you do a tight ponytail, brush it, gel, all that stuff, that pulls your hair out. But I'll just have like a loose bun every day. And it's irking because I just feel like I'm not dressed up enough. But then I don't be feeling like the braids and stuff either because it's just too much.
One of my goals, as you guys know, I'm on my 90-day detox. And I've been going strong for 30 days.
I was about to say one day.
No. 30 days, 60 more to go. Okay. And one of my goals, I have not done this goal yet. I haven't had a chance to, but one of my goals is to work on my self-care and really start to at least do my hair every day. Okay. At least one point in my life, I did not play about what I looked like. I looked sharp every single day at one point in my life. I think I just started going through life. And
is that when you were living at home?
Yep. Yeah, and in college. And when I was in college, away in college. Yeah, you had time. I went to class looking sharp every day. In the cafeteria, giving looks. Right. That's my true, that's who I really am. I read this book about anxiety. And you don't care. No. But in the book, it said, of course you have anxiety. It's too much pressure on life. It's a million things to do in life. Of course. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's why when I was younger, I was so into what I look like. Now I feel like it's too much to do my hair.
It's too much pressure.
It's too much time to do my hair.
I don't got
time. Yeah. I don't have time to do that right now. It's more important stuff to do.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
But I don't have time. I'm trying to think of when I did have time. If I ever had, I really don't.
Being a fashion designer, you don't got time for nothing but that sewing machine.
I just gotta get up and go.
Yeah.
Which is irking. I'm gonna have time real soon.
I look like this, so my customers can look like this.
Right. And that's what I tell you. I give my customers my beauty. I give you all of me. So that y'all can look good and I look like this. I mean, I think I don't know. It is what it is. I think, but though, when I do get dressed up, though, I feel like it doesn't take me that long to do my makeup, and it doesn't take me that long to do stuff. Yeah. But I just don't feel like wasting that time. I just rather get up and get out the door.
Yeah. But those days that I do invest in what I look like, you look good, you feel good. Yeah. I like feel great. This guy at my job, he like is so annoying. Like, but this book I was reading says like, it don't bother me no more. But like if something is out of place, like if my hair out of place, if my makeup wrong, if my shoes wrong, like he tears me apart for what I look like, and he'll try to please me.
A guy at work right now at your new job?
Like he'll say something so rude.
That's weird. So okay.
It was like when I first started working, I was like, okay, I'm ignoring all my like spiritual, like positive girl stuff. But like you have to check somebody from the very beginning. Because they're going to keep coming back. So now he's getting comfortable with, why your hair look a mess? You could have straightened your hair today. First of all, I work with food, so it's easy. I have to push my hair back into a ponytail. Right. And you're a guy. You don't understand. Right. But when I read the 4 agreements, he said that when people say ignorant stuff about you, you can't, he said don't take anything personally.
Of course.
So when people say anything bad, it's something that they're dealing with within themselves. So his example was like if somebody tell you look fat, then don't take it personally because it's them that's upset about their weight. Yeah. So after I read that and I'm around him more and more every day, like he does it with everybody. He tears everybody apart. Like if a customer come in, he's like, why she got that way? So I'm like, this is like him, and that's not the reason why I want to like be more into my self-care, but it is annoying that people tear you apart.
But I think I've known this about people for a while though. But people really do get on others for things that they are dealing within themselves. Yeah. So if somebody is always commenting on other people's weight, it's usually an overweight person that's commenting, or somebody that hates their own weight. If they're always looking at somebody like, oh, that outfit is ugly, or they think they this, or they think they that, it's because you think they're this, and you think they're that because you think of yourself as less than. So all of this stuff got nothing to do with me and everything to do with you. Yeah. And that's your business.
Yeah. It's too much pressure. Us as fashion designers, like, of course we love fashion, but it is too much pressure on like fashion sometimes, or what you look like, what you wear. It's too much pressure.
I don't feel any pressure at all.
The world, not you. Personally. I don't feel pressure either.
I thought you said that's part of your anxiety.
No,
which one is it?
Recently is like, okay, cool. Like now I really want to get into my self-care. And that's only because like I'm ready to get back into like who I was. Right. My looks, take pictures, capitalize off social media for sure. But I really will get up and put anything on. I don't really care.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like I don't feel pressure. Like when I get dressed up to go to an event, when I don't get dressed up to go to the supermarket, whether I get dressed up or not, I don't feel any pressure from anybody else. I feel like I know within myself that I am in control of my own environment, and whatever people want to say or think about me has nothing to do with me and everything to do with them. Yeah. So I'm perfectly fine with everything because it's like none of my business. Yeah. And I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Speaking of work, I've been working overtime.
Overtime?
Ask me why.
Why?
Well, one of the reasons is because I do want this industrial sewing machine. It's like $1,500.
Okay. What's the brand?
It's not Juki. It's something else.
Okay.
I forget what the brand is.
Okay.
But it's bigger than Juki.
Okay.
And that's one of the reasons. But the main reason is I called these 2 schools that I used to go to, and I owe them money. So the amount that I owe them is not a lot, actually. Right. And it's probably going to take me not long. Probably going to take me a month to pay them back. Okay. And I need that so that I can get back into school.
Okay.
I've already applied, started my application, started my essays. But the only thing why I couldn't apply and start, I was wanting to start this fall. Right. I couldn't start this fall because I owe other schools money. So now, hopefully I can start in January.
Okay. All right.
And yeah.
I think that'll be good.
Yeah. I'm excited because I feel like I know my style in the fashion world. I know my purpose in the fashion world. But I need help. Yeah. I need the school. The education is important.
It literally is.
And when you're young, you be like, I don't need school. School not for everybody. But whatever, I think they force you to go to school to be a doctor or a lawyer or those things because those are guaranteed.
You need education for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are guaranteed. Oh, like the big, like this is the only way you're gonna make money. Yeah. Every other profession in life, you're not gonna make money. Right. That's what they teach you. Well, back in the days. Right. But now they telling you to be an entrepreneur. But I think
I still don't think we're at the point where our parents are telling us to be entrepreneurs, but
social media,
getting closer.
Social media is telling you.
Yeah, not your for parents. Sure.
Your parents still don't believe in it.
Yeah, your parents are still like doctor, lawyer, engineer. Yeah. Done.
Yeah.
But social media is telling you, why are you sitting on your behind? You need to get up. You need to be making money every day, every hour. You need to be an entrepreneur. Da, da, da. Yeah, I agree with that.
Did you read Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He talked about starting being an entrepreneur. Don't be the business, but don't work at a business. Like be.
But every business needs people to work within their business. I don't think everybody is meant to be an entrepreneur, right? Because some people need HR people. If every person is an entrepreneur, how will we have HR? How will we have electricians? How will we have doctors, lawyers, hairdressers, secretaries? Graphic designers, web designers. Like some people do need a job.
It's too much pressure on being an entrepreneur.
Way too much.
With social media telling you that.
And it's not for everybody. And I think if you're not a good employee, then you probably won't be a good entrepreneur. Yeah. And people don't realize that either. Yeah. But do you feel like people need fashion school? Well, okay. Do you feel like people need fashion school to be a fashion designer?
I think no. Because yes and no. There are really some creative, talented people. You know how like a singer sing and they'll blow up like overnight? Yeah. There are some fashion designers that can blow up overnight. But I think it is still some education in it because you need to know how to run the business. Like, okay, you're talented, but like marketing and organization, shipping, like it's so much more to it than just your art. Right. So definitely school. Yeah, like school is whatever profession in life, you go to school for that. Right. Like I think college is kind of like designed where, well, not every major is in these schools, like in the colleges. Okay. So like colleges, like if you want to go to school for biology, doctor, lawyer, you gotta guarantee like. I don't know. A job, yeah. But if you want to go for like a art or
right, then you have to create. I think that's really what it is.
School is harder not harder, but like it's harder to find like a good school for arts or whatever. And then some schools take your money just because like they want to just because the emotion is attached to it. Right, you want to be a designer so bad, so they say I'm gonna teach you.
Right. But guess what? Okay, so actually recently an article came out that said the rest of the art institutes that existed are now all getting shut down. So the Art Institute will be no more after 2023. So I think they only had like 5 schools left. I'm fine with it. That just means my tuition will be easily forgiven because the institution as a whole is no longer in existence. And I feel like that had something to do with the fact that they were never doing it in the correct way. I think like they didn't have the accreditation that they said they had, and they had gotten sued over the years so many times that I think they couldn't even keep up with the paperwork or the money that they were returning. So I think they just went bankrupt over time. But I still had a great experience as an individual, because I was very keen on creating my own college experience. Like, I made sure that I got the education that I needed individually from my teachers. Like, I just made sure that I got the information that I wanted to in order to be the person that I wanted to end up being. And I think you can do that in any institution. But I've also heard that, like, it's hard being, whether you go to Parsons, whether you go to FIT, whether you go to FITM in California, it's hard to get a good college education. But you know what? I also heard, I think Drexel is in one of the top schools for fashion design, which is in our Philadelphia area. So I really think it depends on the college you're going to, the program that they put together. For me, I honestly feel like the reason why I'm a successful fashion designer and business owner is directly because I went to school for it. Yeah. Like, I needed those pattern making classes, pattern making 1, 2, and 3. I needed draping 1, 2, and 3. I needed, like, CAD design and Photoshop and like, I needed every class that I took in order to be the person that I am today. Yeah. And I think a lot of people need those things and they just don't realize it.
A lot of fashion designers that I follow that never went to school, I see them being good at first and then they get stuck because they don't have, like, the education. They just know what they know. Right. And then the designers that did went to school, like, their stuff is just well put together. You can see the difference.
And I also think people don't realize you can be a fashion designer and work for another brand. Y'all, if you go to school for fashion design, you can be a fashion designer and work for Fenty and work for Victoria's Secret and work for Calvin Klein and be the head designer of,
you don't have to be
BCBG. Like, you don't have to come up with your own brand. You could be a successful fashion designer for Louis Vuitton. You could be a fashion designer for these big brands. They are hiring. They're looking to hire people. But all these fashion designers want to do it on their own, so y'all don't have the skill to work for these brands. Yeah. But I do. Yeah. And a lot of people who went to school does. But you are just making it in your kitchen sink and you're not a real quote unquote fashion designer.
Yeah. Wow. Let's pretend I thought. I was about to say something super. Okay. Oh, when I was just me on YouTube doing my little research, and it's like kids that's in school and they do their reviews on, like, don't go to fashion school. Go to school for something else. Here's why you should go to fashion school. And one of the problems that a lot of people, well, I think that the kids was too young. Like, being a freshman or being, like, getting out of school at 17, 18 years old, I think that they wasn't mature enough to see the vision. And I think that when you tell somebody you in school for fashion, like, you don't say this big major, I think it gets downplayed. So I think that's a lot. So, like, they all had a lot of negative things to say, but what was so common about it was they didn't believe. Like, and then they complained about, like, it's a lot of overtime and the professors, like, don't like this, or, like, this is my design and the professor tore my design apart. Like, but in reality, everybody's going to tear your design apart because your lane is your lane. So your lane is your lane, so you're going to attract, like, your customers. But your professor chiming in and saying they don't like this, they wouldn't understand it though, because they're not your customer.
You know what? This is why. So I recently, actually, I realized about myself, I love working in the fashion industry just to acquire more skills. So I don't think I'm the type of person that will go back to school for something. I think I'm the type of person that will get a job in something I might not 100% qualify for to learn a new skill.
That's what Rich Dad Poor Dad said. He said that it's not even about, when you get a job, it's not even about making money. Yeah. You go there
and learn.
To learn.
So I recently applied to be number one, a professor at Drexel, but also just for a fashion merchandising class, like how to merchandise your store and stuff like that. So I thought that was interesting. But also, like, I feel like it would be so cool because I had a fashion teacher like this where it didn't matter what your style was. She loved everything if you were making it correctly. Mm-hmm. But so many students that went to school with me had completely different styles. Some kids were goth, some kids were preppy, some kids were about this, some were about that. But if it was a cool design, she would give you a great score, tell you how to make it better or whatever. But I felt like she was such a good influence of, like, you can just love fashion and you don't have to be a fan of whatever their style is. But if their goth design is super cool and constructually perfect, then yeah, you're gonna get an A. But I think some people are like, oh well, just because I put the sleeve where the neck hole should go doesn't mean I should get a bad grade.
No, that's not.
Yes, it does. Like, that's not where it go. Or like, you messed up, or this is not correct according to what the lesson plan was. Yeah. I think, and then, yes, it is a lot of overtime. It is a lot of late nights. But if you love it, them late nights is decent. I remember staying in the sewing room late nights, and the people who we were in there sewing with, like, they all went off to stay in the fashion industry. One of the girls who would stay late nights a lot with me was Jessica. What's her last name? I think Jessica Williams, but her brand is Irregular Exposure. Really popular brand. She's still successful today. I see her ads a lot. She might have a podcast, or she might not have a podcast anymore. But you can tell the people who are going to, like, who love this and who are going to stay within the industry, because they were the people that was like, didn't mind the overtime. They were just like, they loved figuring out too.
Yeah. A lot of stuff that they was complaining about on YouTube, I was like, well, just don't bother me. So I was like, they not for the fashion world. Yeah. But I feel like they was too young too. Yeah. Like, I feel like a part of me was upset that I didn't go to school for fashion right away. Like, when it was time to apply for school, I said this story a million times. Yeah. Everybody's like, no, you should go to school to be this. You should go to school to be this. But back then, we didn't have what we have. Right. Like, the platforms that we have. Right. So I wound up going to school for something different. I went to school for communications, which is cool because I'm right back here. Right. Doing broadcasting. Right. So, but, like, just me beating myself up. I'm like, dang, I wish I would have went to school first for fashion, because now I know that this is what I want to do. But after just experiencing life, watching videos and stuff, I'm happy that I'm mature now and I'm going to school, like, as this mature person that I am, because I would not have utilized fashion school back then the way that I will now. Yeah. I was a kid and I wouldn't have did my homework. I would not have took it serious. Yeah. 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 I mean, I don't think everybody needs school for fashion design. I just think most people do, because even if you were to just go into fashion design and not get an education, you would spend so much money making mistakes that you wish you would have just had the education. That's another thing. I spent a lot of money making mistakes.
Yeah. And that's money I don't have to spend on mistakes because I spent it on school. It might be the exact same amount of money. Like, let's say my school was, $80K over the course of 4 years. You might end up spending $80K making mistakes. Yeah. Yeah. To learn your lessons. Yeah. It's just how you want to do it. Yeah. I just think that it really depends. But I do feel like in order to get a job in the fashion industry, being a designer for another company, you need school for that. Yeah. But you can do it on your own and wing it. You just going.
How do you feel about the future of college, the future of school, the future of fashion education?
I think in general, college needs to kind of change. Courses have been coming out left and right about all different niche topics, and I feel like more people are better to do a course in a very niche topic than going to college for English, history, math, 101, 102, 102. Don't nobody want to do that. I do think it teaches you how to study. It teaches you how to stay the course, how to do what you need to do. But I also think you just need to just be able to figure out exactly what you want. Because, like, for example, if there's a course on corsetry or bridal design, maybe you could take a 6 weeks course on that and not go to college.
Yeah.
You know? Or maybe you could take several fashion courses. Let's say if you could take 10 or let's say 5 fashion courses that are in a niche area: bridal design, corsetry, fabric picking, business marketing. Those 4 to 5 courses might cost you $10,000 versus being in college for 4 years, be in debt forever.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that colleges are going to definitely change the way they do things. I think that people are realizing that it's easier to, well, not easier, the risk of college and how college is set up. Like some people believe that college is designed for you to fail, like college is pointless. And then some people think like, oh no, go to school. So I think
is that colleges will take the lessons from courses and tailor their programs to be more focused on what individual students need.
Yeah. And I think that those people that do capitalize off the courses, I think they'll get into their own schools eventually, or partner with schools and put their lessons into the schools.
Yeah. I think that's a smart business play. That's something I for sure want to do. Is I want to build my courses for my community, but then also license them out to different schools so that their students can take the course. Because you get paid for that. You get paid, like, let's say $10K for a 6-week program, but you might get paid that $10K for every 10 students. So if 20 students just take it, then that's $20K a semester. But you can do that as well. You can license your courses to colleges so that students can take it there. And I think that would be a good play for the universities too. Yeah.
And I think that everybody should take advantage of all this information being so easy
100%
to access, because later on, everybody's going to put it into schools or put it into Patreon, and you got to pay for this. And it's not going to be so easy to learn these things.
Yeah, I agree with that. Everything's going to be behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Like you have to pay to do this and pay to do that. Yeah. But I think there's ways around it. But I think what you forget about adulting or real life is you have to be able to stay focused on something long enough to get the point, long enough to understand. Yeah. And if you never were trained on how to study or how to study for a test, how to take a course, how to read a book, if you don't have those skills and your attention span is the attention span of a Instagram reel video, it's going to be really hard for you to be successful because it takes a lot of repeat activity, consistency in order to get good at something.
Yeah. A lot of these books talk about how social media is killing our brains.
Yeah, it is. Did you see the Facebook Meta sunglasses? So Facebook Meta came out with new virtual sunglasses. So you know how they used to have those big bulky sunglasses, VR sunglasses that you probably had? Now they're like literal sunglasses, like a regular pair of black Ray-Ban sunglasses. And when you put them on and you walk down the street, you can live stream everything you're seeing through the sunglasses. Another thing you can do is, like, if you're looking at a sign in Spanish, you can say, hey, sunglasses, what does this sign say in English? And it'll tell you what it says in English.
Okay. Sounds cool.
But I also think this is where I think it gets scary. If a girl walked past you, can you say, hey, sunglasses, find this girl's Instagram?
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
That's the question I have. Because you can easily scan somebody's face and be like, hey, find this person online. And they'll find their Facebook, Instagram, their YouTube page maybe. So you can be a little stalker.
Scary.
Scary. You can use this for good. You can use it for evil. You can use it for whatever you want. And I think...
Is that a feature on there?
I don't know. I don't know. You gotta ask Facebook. Maybe you gotta look deep into it. But I think it's a feature, possibly. Yeah. Because you know how, like, you can look up an outfit, like you can scan a picture and be like, "Hey, where can I find this T-shirt?"
Yeah, it's gonna come,
and it's gonna come up.
I wonder if you could do that with a face.
Yes, you can. I've done it.
Done it? Oh wow.
So basically, what you do is you put the picture, somebody's picture, into Google. So say I take a picture of you right now, and I can put that picture into Google. Let's say, all right, no, not this picture. Okay. Say somebody screenshot a picture off of my Instagram and my Instagram is unprivate. If I put that picture into Google, it'll find my Instagram and it'll find that picture. So you can take somebody's picture. Let's say if you're on a dating app. Do this, don't do this. I don't know. Y'all at your own discretion. You can take a guy's picture off a dating app, screenshot it, put it into Google Image Finder, and it'll find their Instagram or their Facebook if they have that same picture on their social media. And that's how you can find a person. So it's a scary world out there.
It is. We gotta...
Everything is trackable. Be careful, please.
It was one more thing I was about to say.
What were you going to say?
It was so important.
Okay.
But, yeah. Oh, you said that you don't think you'll go back to school or whatever. I feel like, to piggyback off of that, I feel like even after I graduate, like when I'm 60 years old, when I'm 70 years old, I still want to study fashion. Like I want to get deep down to the nitty and gritty of fashion. I want to be a fashion genius.
Yeah. I think I study all the time. I research all the time.
You do.
I just don't. I'm not going to pay for a school.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like if a designer come out with something, like the cosplay, the Warbler, I want to take a class on it. Even though I YouTubed it, it's so much more to it.
Yeah.
So
you tried it?
I tried it.
And what happened?
It came out nice, but I burnt it. So,
but I thought you were going to.
It's a hole.
But you know, there's a way to patch it.
It's too burnt. You're not supposed to use that much heat on it. So now it's like melting away. Like it's ruined.
Okay.
But I spray painted it with the spray paint. I could see the vision. I just got to order more.
Okay.
And try it again. Okay. But I do want to take a class on it.
Interesting.
And that's definitely going to be like, I see myself getting into like more 3D sculpting fashion.
I saw something that I was going to try for 3D fashion. It was like a spray paint though. Did you see it? It's like you can spray paint. You can spray, like, let's say this that I'm wearing, like this sweater dress. You spray it with this spray paint that's like a sticky, drying up spray paint. And then you leave it overnight. And then it's like you leave it overnight on a mannequin. And then in the morning,
it will peel off. Okay.
And then you have like this 3D dimensional piece. And I thought that was kind of cool.
I got 2 ideas for. I want to work on it now, because every year I start working on my birthday dress like January, February, and it never works out. So I want to start working on my birthday dress now. But I have these 2 ideas. One came to me in my dream. I have dreams about dresses randomly. It's like if I watch a lot of YouTubes about a dress. Or like if I'm like at the studio or something and I'm around a lot of mannequins and dresses and stuff, that same night I'll have like a dream about a dress. Okay. It's so crazy. Like designs come to me in my dreams sometimes. And then the other one, where did the other idea come from? It just came from like a picture. So how I think everything is art. And I think like, okay, so how can I turn this into a dress, or how can I turn this into a design? So like this microphone,
right?
Like like in my mind, I'm like, how could this be like a dress, or like that camera, or like everything? So I seen a picture of like these hands, like this, and I'm like, this would probably be like so decent on a dress. So then I just started researching like different ways like people sculpt. So I got this decent design for a dress, with hands. Okay. And then I have like the one dream that the one idea that came to me in my dream is kind of like a dress that's like dripping. I can't even explain it, but I have it in my head. But it's like it's used with I'm gonna have to use it with the Warbler and create my own raindrop. Okay. Like sculpt it, and then I YouTube how to make raindrops. Okay. And the Warbler company actually has like these balls, and you put them in water and you mix it up, and then it's kind of like a slimy thing, but you sculpt it into whatever you want it to be.
It sounds really cool.
So I'm like, oh my god, like I really love this new area of fashion, like the sculpting stuff. So I'm excited. I think that's gonna be my lane.
I think so too. I would love for you to start it.
I started it. You act like I didn't try.
I didn't see it, and you said
I'm gonna just bring it in the store.
Okay.
I showed it to my mom, and they was there when I made it, and it was like, "This looks nice."
I wish I could see.
I have to. It's so I ruined it because I burnt it.
I know, but I still want to see it, the burnt one.
Yeah, but it's like it come down to money because it's like, okay, cool.
It's
like,
expensive.
It's not expensive. It's like $100.
Oh, okay.
It's like $30, but you know how you need 3 yards and so it's like $100.
Okay,
and it's like, okay, cool. I got more stuff I can't keep wasting money to, and it's not like I could practice that on a muslin,
right?
So, yeah.
Okay,
I'm excited.
TBD.
I'm excited about that.
Okay. Lesson of the day.
And it's not a lot of people in that area. And
it's not. That's why I think it would be good for you to.
If you peep the girls that is in the Warbler area, they not offering classes. There's nothing on YouTube for it. I found it just I found it from somebody that's not doing it for fashion. They're doing it for
cosplay.
They're doing it for costumes, like movies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's how I found it.
Right.
But the fashion girlies, they is not giving it up. They is not telling you.
Yeah.
So I think people gonna hold out on education, information.
Yeah.
A lot. And keep it to themselves.
So if you start a class on it, you gonna get popping.
Yeah, I'll capitalize. I wouldn't start a class until like a couple years. Yeah. I would build up my brand first and become like this big
I can see it.
Person.
I can see that for you. All right, you guys. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. I gotta get to work to make this extra money. To pay for school.
I have to redo my website. I'm so irked. Really? There's just so much stuff to do.
I like when we talk about stuff like that. Like real deal fashion stuff.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so this is what we're working on right now.
Yeah. I have to work on my website. I have to add a whole bunch of new content. And I'm raising the price on my consultations. Yeah. So I have to do that as well. Yeah. It's a lot, but day in the life.
Getting ready for prom too. I'm excited about that.
I'm excited too. I have a whole new strategy that I'm not telling people just yet. But this prom season, I think it's going to be deep. And as soon as people find out how I'm doing it, I think it's going to be copied. So I'm going to just leave it where it is.
I'm excited about prom season this year because this is my first year with my studio.
Yeah, so that'll be nice.
So I can actually try. Yeah.
All right, guys. Count
your... You say it. What's my word of the day?
Make sure you count your blessings before you count your money.
And I'm coming up with a new slogan, y'all. That's Monica's. I'm going to come up with my own. But I think my lesson of the day is, or my slogan of the day is, don't give up. Because I was listening to this song earlier. It's called Don't Give Up.
Okay.
And it actually helps me. So
that could be your slogan though. Don't give up.
Yeah. Keep the dream alive. Don't let it die.
Okay.
When something deep inside.
Oh my God.
When something deep inside is telling you to try.
Okay, bye.
Don't give up.